Hello everybody and welcome back to Foundry. It's Fantastic Mr. Ghost and we're on a robot rampage here trying to finish out the game as it's, I guess, intended here. And, you know, my series, I kind of ended it, just as a reminder, I ended it, I would say, a little bit abruptly, only because I felt like the power options for the, at current, before Update 4 came out, were poor. And I just didn't feel like punching down a million solar panels just to get enough power to do all these robots. Well, now we have the Xeno power and trains, so it filled in those gaps. And now I feel like, yeah, I can do this stuff now. It's kind of like a Factorio 3D game with Satisfactory mixed in. So, we got a Satisfactory Factorio clone here, but it's a really fun game, don't get me wrong. I really like this game. I got 31 episodes. I think that kind of tells you a lot. So today we have finally 4 more bots, or the last 4 bots in this line here, bots. And then we get into the assembly lines here, and I have about 5 that I'm going to be picking off right away. Let's go up into space here, and galaxy map. Now, there's some things I figured out as I was playing and recording, and I'm cutting stuff out because I'm like, oh, I figured this out. Oh, so I didn't dabble with this hardly ever until recently, and now I start seeing the patterns, right? Gaming is about patterns, for the most part. And these sections here that we unlock, okay, why are they white? Oh, that's because I am market dominant. So the color corresponds to the company that is dominant in that area. Right now, we have this company that's dominant. So we go to market share. We got Forge Innovations. And I only, have a little bit of market share there. Planet Info, I don't know if they're going to do anything with this. I don't think so. But here's why I'm not dominant. HaRd Robot. So I have just that one to go. And then when we do this open supply route configuration, that's where we go zoop. And then we sell the sucker. And then what happens is, let me get out of that screen. What happens is there's a striped pattern that occurs on this sector. That's the time that, and it probably is in the tutorial, which I'll look at, but it comes up with a little bar above the planet, and that bar, along with the color indication, the striped color indication, is telling the player that you're working towards market dominance. That is a timer. You have to hold that dominance for a certain amount of time, which I think was in the tutorial, and then it flips over to your color, whatever it is. In my case, it's white because I'm a ghost. So if we zoom out here, you'll see that I've got one sector here, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more sectors, and I'm market dominant in what I've unlocked already. Now we can go back to the space station here. We got R&D lab stuff. It's been kind of going slow. I might have to switch my focusing up a little bit. The mining drone, I've got, finally 50%. So I'm going to start working on product quality there. And that's it right there. And then we got the finances. So my market dominance right now is going to be halted until I get the next bot, and so on and so forth. So market dominance will go up as you start to take over. I think you get a little market dominance maybe when you sell a bot, but not much. The market dominance really comes from taking over the whole sector. So I'm at 1286 right now. There's that. And then 680, wow. 684, 2.9. I think that's all I wanted to look at there. So if you look at up above, I'm at 3.5 million, almost 3.6, getting close. Now, the strategy going forward, I finally figured it out. I got a platform here up in the air along with another one. Holy cow. Ignore this down here, because what happened was we got a prestige. Oh, look. Prestige rank 5. I wonder where that comes from. I'll have to look that up. Whoa, look at this. Holy cripes, man. 5 of these suckers coming down. So I realized after I put this platform in, that I'm bottlenecking myself right here, or I'm landlocking myself for future expansion out this way, if that becomes a thing. Because as you start to go out into new sectors, you're going to be leveling your bots slower over time, because it takes a lot to level up the more levels you have. So level 100 is whoa crazy, right? It's going to take a long time. So you might have to ramp up production in order to satisfy the needs of the whole galaxy, I guess. Each sector, one sector at a time. So I'm like, wait a minute, I'll build up here, 3D game, what a concept, and then I'm not landlocked this way. So then what I'll do is, this is going to be our marine bots, and all that. Over there is going to be the assembly line for our first, bot that I'm going to do. I don't know which one it is. I think it's the HaRd bot. I'm going to do the HaRd bot. So at least one line is going to be here. And that will be the kind of the test case for being up in the air. Now, what I'll do is I'll drop down for the next assembly line and then go up for the next one. So I'll alternate up, down, up, down, up, down. That way I'm not oh, you know what? There's a problem with that. There's a problem. This right here. So I can maybe experiment. I mean, if you place these by now, yeah, you can't build over them. So if I go up and down, I can't expand this way even then. So you're kind of screwed. I might have to give myself quite a bit of buffer space. So I'll have to think on that one, but this is going to work here because, well, actually, yeah. See, well, you can't put platforms down. That's the key. That's the restriction here. So I think I'd be okay. I can expand because you could bring down more product, more gloms of product. And also, if you tax out an assembly line, you can just build another one of the same bot, and then the ships will go wherever there's supply. So once you tax out a assembly line, which I don't know if that's, we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, I can drop down, and then I can expand the production, but the assembly lines are a little different. You have to expand the actual line. You have to have more lines, not more of these things here, the pads. Because as you increase efficiency, then you're getting more product for each robot part, the arm, the leg, the head, and all that, and the torso. So you get more. That means you can create more lines. That means at the end of the line, you have to accommodate for more pickups. So that is the key there. So pickups can go sideways instead of like what I'm doing. Yeah, like what I'm doing here. These are facing sideways in a sense because the bus, you can tack on more of the assembly lines or more of the pickup ones, which is, let's go here because I can't remember what they're called. There's only placed one. So these here, the shipping pad assembly line medium. I guess they have plans for other ones, which would be nice. So these here will place sideways, and then we'll have to use the rail, which I don't know where is that in here somewhere. Oh no, these are the robots. The rails. I think you have curved rails, and you have splits and merges. So I'll have to look and see about the splits because you could split off and go into multiple of these ones here, the shipping pads, the pad. So that is, I guess, the plan off the top of my head. Now, let's go over here, and we'll get to this. What I did is I roughed in, got everything in here. So the first thing that we have is well, let's go down. Can I get closer to it? Nah, I got the things in now. This is the nautical chassis. So we need these 4 parts here: super alloy rubber, glass, and then the high-tech machinery parts. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to build here. Now, come to find out that I cannot purchase the part I need. All of these need a specific part, and it's the ignium fuel rod. So this is where I was originally going to build. I just left this stuff down here. I'll be pulling it up. So the first one I'm going to build is this one right here. I think aquatic hauling bot. Wait, let's look at this one here. This one has the empty barrels, so maybe I will do this one first. And we're gonna have to bring oleumite down, which is the crude oil in the game, and then this, when it runs, will collect or will consume those empty barrels. So it's kind of nice. So we have to make these ignium rods right here, and that's why we need the oleumite. Okay, probably skipped ahead. Now there's some special weird things here. This is the hydro mining. We need a drill, and then this one we need a light, and that's the exploration marine thing. So we need a portable light. I've never used one, but we're going to be building one. So this one, in a sense, can be last. And, oh, another thing about the ignium here, which is, I think here, yeah. So we need the fuel. That's why we need the oleumite. So we need to change it into low-density oleumite, then fuel. So we can't purchase this part here. Let's go down so we can read it a little better. That font needs to be increased. Here we go. The font needs to be this big, right here. Devs. Fuel rod casing we can purchase. We can purchase the wire coil and the ignium powder. Like I said, the fuel, we have to make it here on site, and then we get this. The ignium fuel rod is 4 per minute, and each one of these aquatics 4 a minute. So it's kind of a 1-to-1, but it's not, because when we get the productivity, then, you know, we're going to be needing less and less. But I'm going to build it as if there's no productivity, and then what that means is then I can expand production and, you know, make more bots. But I'd rather build it to the base rate, and then yay, we got bonus, because the machines consume power when they run more than anything else. I don't know if there's any idle power. I think there is in the game. So the first one here is the one that consumes the barrels. That's the hydro farming bot. So Control Q. I'm going to bring that up to here. Now the reason this platform is jutting out is for the oleumite processing. So I'm going to put this over here. Boom. Okay. Now let's bring in the products. I already set them up in the galactic markets. So we'll start off with rubber. I think we'll do rubber here. I'm already pulling rubber anyway. So transport wares from space station to factory. There's the rubber. Confirm it. And then I'll see if it goes with 5 grand. Yeah, it does. Okay, we're good. All right, now the next thing here, I'm doing the cheap stuff here. So the glass is pretty cheap. Where am I? We're over here. There's the rubber. Look how fast that is. So rubber, transport space station to factory. We need the glass, which is here. Confirm. You know what? I don't know if I have this set up here. So we're gonna go with the 5,000. Oh, I do. Okay, I did set it up. Okay, that's done. Now we'll do... I'm trying to choose the shorter belts, you know, for the more expensive stuff here. So here we'll do the super alloy. And boy, I tell you, I wish I didn't make that big, huge super alloy build, but we'll need it maybe for buildings, because there's potentially more smelting that or blast furnaces that I can do. So go with the 166 there. And I think I'm gonna have to go up to space, purchase more, but we'll do that in a second. Let's get the advanced mechanical or machinery parts. I always say mechanical. So we got that 1666. All right, confirm. And yeah, so we're gonna go back up into space here. No R&D lab, as you can see. And we've got our galactic market. Let's go down to here, edit. And as you can see, yeah, we'll go with 2,000 here, and that should do it. Yeah, 2 grand. And it popped here, so it's bringing more. It's gonna take 6 minutes. I thought it was 5. I rounded up or down, whatever. And then this one here will make 2,000 as well. The minimum 500 I think is fine. So there we go. Now we got the high-tech parts coming. Look at that. Look at 11 grand and 12 grand for that stuff there. Okay, so now we gotta wait. I'll cut here and we'll wait for that. Once this starts up here, we'll have the hydrobot. Oh, now, one thing I wanted to mention here, I may have got sidetracked. This is 80 per minute. And that's 160 together there. These, I'm gonna do 8 as I've been doing, 8 of these. And it's only 4 a minute. So I took everything, multiplied it, you know, and it's actually overproduction by a certain amount. I can't remember what it is. So after this part is done here, here, let's go over this. We'll get the olumite in. Yeah, let's do the olumite. Configure from space. Barrel of olumite. Notice how I cannot get rid of the olumite barrels here. I'm doing that for the olumite consolidation area as the backup area. So let's go ahead and click on that. Confirm. Look at this. 25. No, we're going to do 50. We want all the olumite here. Confirm that. And we're bringing it down. Okay, so that is coming over here, going over the belt. 2 barrelers for now. These can do 7,500 a minute, so it's 15,000 a minute here. And there it is. The empty barrel gets kicked out, and I have a buffer case here. The only reason for this buffer case is for data cable. So what I'm going to do here is potentially, well, I'm going to take the barrels out of here, probably maybe out of this port right here. So this, I'll have another loader. This is just, I'm theory crafting right now. I may take it off the belt, but if this gets backed up, then the whole robot production will cease because we won't have any fuel for the ignium rods. So I wanted to have a, kind of a fail-safe here where we take the barrels, we turn them into xenoferrite plate, and down here we can consume the plate here, which is good. There's a lot of plate being consumed down there. Now, another thing I did off screen here, let's go to our map view and not the thing. Right here, we got another mole on our patch, or our building area, just like our Technum here. The Technum, I had to beef it up, believe it or not. It's was farting out. But I want to get rid of that. It's been chewed up pretty good. So now I have a xenoferrite, and as you can see, there's a belt coming from it. So now, it was in the water, of all places. And this is temporary. It'll come out. Here it is. You can't really see it. Damn darkness, 315. So down here in the water, we have the xenoferrite mining away. We got our drones over here. And let's go on this. It is 1.9. Oh, 1.9 mil. I thought it was 1 point something else. So this is 6 million, a little over 6 million. But the way things go, this will be chewed up fairly quick. So I got the ore coming out here. I put these platforms in just to power it up. So you can see I've got a platform, or the building blocks coming down here and then going straight out and powering that platform from here. And this one is being powered obviously by the grid with the transformers over there. So this thing, as you can see, it's barely running. It's only got 4, but I figured, what the hell, I'll just leave it. I'll build it big, and yeah, I had the stuff in my inventory. Might as well use it. So the Technum over here, look at this thing. It's like whoop. It's kind of hard to gauge these things. You have to kind of play around with it and get it right. So the Technum, as you can see, I added, I think I had 5 here, and then I noticed the belt was farting out. So now I've got 6 running. And this one is just to get rid of it. So we're at 497. So, a bunch of it got chewed up already. That's good. So that's 1.5 mil. So that's not bad at all. Oh, I forgot we were bringing in the olumite. I wish they had faster jetpacks. Maybe a couple more researches added on. Seeing that I have to go, all this way. Oh, look at that. We got this. Why is that taking so long? What is this one? The rubber. Oh, see? Look at how much rubber. I have it set for 5,000 items, and it just brings the whole shebang. So, whatever. Okay, goodbye. So we have the rubber, the glass. Super alloy's still coming, probably. Yeah, most likely. Okay, so here's the barrels. We got 2 in there. And then the olumite is all full. We have 5 items? Wonder why it's... Why is it not coming? I wonder. It's, it should be filling that up to more, you would think. Oh, there we go. Wow, this came by quick. I thought it was going to be longer than this. Maybe that's another purchase and this one was already done. That's probably it. Okay, so we've got the, we got these things. This is the aquatic chassis. Oh, look at it. That is cool. It's got a little spot right here, an open mounting area for a bot to go on top of it. And then it's got the nose and a propeller, and it looks like a fuel tank here, maybe for the ignium to go into. Oh, that is really cool. That's creative. What's this thing stacking to? Oh god, 200. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is my plan is to build that way. Oh, all right. Before we go any further with bots, I got to get the ignium rod here, or ignium fuel rod. So I got to get that built. That means what I'll be doing is the oil processing here. So I think what I'll do, because I want to be able to expand the barreling. So maybe what I'll do is, you know what? I don't know why it can't. Why can't it copy an item that's, oh, it's too far away? Well, what do you mean? I'm right here. I think they got to relax that a little bit and make it a little more. But whatever, you know, it's just me. All right, so I'm going to go there. And then, yeah, I don't want to block any expansion this way because the barrels are pretty slow. So I'll start the pipe. And I'll pop out of here for the oleumite processing out of the front end of it, so I don't have to keep moving that pipe. So the first thing I'll be doing here is this. That is the low density oleumite. I'm going to take the flare stack here, and it's going to be underneath the foundation here. That way I can expand it however I need to, just like I did with the slag processing for the furnaces, because, you know, I didn't want it in the way and it was kind of bulky. So yeah, it might be only one flare stack. Who knows? Maybe it'll be two someday. I don't know. So after this one here, the low density, we've got the fuel, and it's just basically, you know, low density in, fuel out. So I'll have two rows. That way I can expand it out and not have to conflict or whatever. And then this thing can be built, and then the barreling will be consumed by the one I pulled up there. Whichever one it is. I think it's this, the last one, of course. So we're going to be doing this one, the hydro farming bot. Okay, so I'll prep this area. We'll get it all. I'll get the machines down, all the spacing, and we'll break back in and build these suckers. Well, here we are, folks. The aquatic farming bot thing. It turned out to be more than what I was expecting, and we'll go over it. I hope I get one more of these done. It might be 2 this episode, 2 next episode, because there's a lot going on here. Well, there's repetition here, all 4 of them. So once I explain this, maybe I can get the other 3 done, and now I think about it. I had to run back to base because I was building stuff in the space station. I had a bunch of crap queued up. I think it did station upgrades, and I queued up a bunch of antennas and communication centers here. Let's see, this one here is trade licenses, so you need these in order to go to the galaxy map here and open up more areas, I think. So I ran a bunch of those and some antennas, and then firmer light ran out, and I needed it for the operator bot, and the operator bot's crapped out because you need firmer light for it. Oh boy, lots of Firmalite coming up with the assembly lines. So anyway, this is a prequel of, you know, how crazy it's gonna get, you know, because I know the assembly lines are pretty crazy, but at least we get efficiency, you know, with those. Now the barrels are going down here and they're terminating, and I'll explain that in a second here. So here is the oleumite coming in, and, you know, I think, let's see. Oh, I haven't hooked these up yet. So if I hook up the oleumite, it's going to start this whole thing up. Anyway, so we'll do that in a second. As promised, the gas thing is down there, down below here, so I can expand it on a lower floor. So we have 1,500 of the low-density oleumite coming through here, so it's 1,500, 1,500. That's, I have 4. You only need 3. I had it was in my brain, and I'm like, wait a minute, I better calculate this. So it's 4,500. You take that 4,500, you divide it out. We only need 375 of the low density oleumite to get 1,125 of the fuel. That means we need 11.3 rounded up. It's 12 of the chemical processors for the fuel. And then I was thinking I was going to make this for the whole 8. No. Here's the problem right here. This stuff, the ignium fuel rod, 80 for the ignium powder. So it's 80 times 8 times 4. And yeah, you're might as well just do separate builds for your ignium fuel rods here. So I'm gonna be bringing in everything separately, you know. So 1600 fuel is what's needed. That's why this number got big, because it's only 1125. So it's you know, it's 8 to, like I said, 11.3, round up to 12. So that's our ignium fuel rod. It goes down here. And these platforms here, 1, 2, 3, way down there, is the products we're going to need here. So the fuel and the ignium. So I'm going to bring in the ignium probably first here, because that I want right close. So there's the frame, you know, the fuel here, the frame here, and then the barrels. So I had to switch over. I decided to do a belt priority here, and I can purchase barrels. It's either that, because I don't think there's going to be enough barrels to supply this, and the other option is making the barrels with xenoferrite. Well, I might as well buy them. It's only 1 fermalite more. That means I don't need machines down here. So let's keep up with that. So this is going to be a barreler, and I have the splitter with the priority to here. So I had to do a flippy-do here with the belt. So I'm hoping to improve on this design, make it a little more cleaner in the next one. So let's just test it here and then see how it goes. All right, so now here are CPUs. I might as well flow those now. I brought them in because I wanted to make sure everything was working on those. Of course, it fills it up. I wanted to move 1,000 at a time, but I don't know. I think they need a low and a high threshold there. Here's the hover, or the nautical thing. So we'll flow that too. So now we got, I took, these barrels were from the, oh, you might go and doing its thing there. Okay. All right, so let's get this one here. I don't know if I have, let's see, space. I don't think I have the empties, or whatever, the fuel things. Let me find them here. Oh, here they are. Fuel rod casing. So we're going to get that. And then we'll go with, I think, let's see. I don't think we're going to need that many, so let's do 1,000 and confirm. Yeah, I don't have them set up. Okay, so I'll do that when I check this one out. I know for sure I don't have the cable or the wire. So space in here. Okay, now here it is. Wire coil, confirm. And I'm going to do probably 5,000 of these just to test it out. I don't think 10,000s. We can do 20. Holy cow. So we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's not set up there. This is the ignium powder, not set up. I know 100% sure. That's the space station to here. Ignium powder, confirm. And this I will do 10,000. Confirm. Okay, now I'll go up to space. And we'll go to our galactic market, and I'll set these up. So I'm going to be getting a lot of these here because of the other builds. So I'm going to do a minimum to buy maybe 3,000. We'll create that order. There it goes. Here's the wire. And we'll do 4,000 again, 10,000. All right, we'll create that order, pop that one. So 1 ship per so far. And now we need the ignium powder. It's under the raw materials, ignium powder. And this one we're gonna need a lot of. I'm gonna do 10,000 as a minimum, and then 20,000 as a max. It's kind of funny how it's set up, you know, to this low amount. So let's see how many ships get popped. Only 1. Oh, wow. Cost 12,000. So that can hold a lot. I could have probably went more with that one. So it says here, weight is 5,000. And the ships, they can handle a lot more. Well, I'll try this 1020. We'll see how it goes. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back in here. Galactic Market. So we've got about 4.5 minutes before we get all these. Well, 5 minutes and 10 seconds here. And then we'll get that going. Aha. There's our first ship there. That will be the containers. Zoom! Look at that. Oh, I love Blue Belt. It's so delicious. So there you go. Fuel casing. Yeah, fuel rod casing. There we go. And the other one. This is going to be the coils. Wire coil. Zing! And this one will be here shortly. Finally, there it is. Oh, look at these things are going crazy. Look at all these ships, man. All right, the final ingredient, the ignium powder. There it is. And the smoke of success. Oh, we need this stuff. Oh, we need the fuel. I'm glad I waited. So there we go. All right, so we got all the products now. Now let's go. Let's see. What in the heck? Oh, I'm turned around here. Okay, so we've got the oleumite right here. And what I'm going to do is copy that pipe, get it in my hand, smart drag mode, and then we'll go, I think I can just go right up into this one if it'll cooperate. Come on. It's being squirrely. Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay, there we go. Bam. And so there we go. Now we got it. The oleumite. It's pumping through. We got the smoke. This is good smoke too right here. And there we go. Finally. We've got the fuel. Liquid fuel. That's cooking. And soon we will have the smoke of success from here. We're collecting it now. There we go. There we go. Finally kicked on. This will take a while to buffer up. Uh-oh. What's going on here now? I got some shortages going on. I'll have to check on that. We have smoke of success, though, and the ignium fuel cells. Maybe... Well, I'll have to check the barreling. And there we go. Smoke of success. There we go. We got it. We got 2 of them, at least. And then the barrels... Oh, I don't have the barrels here. So, let's go ahead and transport from space. Barrel oleumite. Oh, I can't... Wait a minute now. Oh, I can't grab the barrels? I wanted to buy them. I'm not buying barrels. I'm sending them up. Well, I guess I'll have to patch in some barreling here. Or I may have to do... Maybe I could shut that barreling off. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got 6 in there. Okay, now I gotta look at it and see why this is not all firing up like it should. So we got... Oh! I didn't pipe it. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's an easy fix. Now we're cooking. That's why it took so long. Because it didn't... The fuel wasn't getting down there. That's an easy thing to forget. Now, I wonder... Yeah, I did this side. I just forgot. I got sidetracked. Alright, now... Let's go down here. And I'm wondering... Oh, boy. Let's see. You know what I can do? I can push this back and then get the xenoferrite and then make the barrels. Because right now, obviously, I'm not making enough here. Barreling. So, yeah, I'll just have to push this back. And that's an easy fix there. So the barrels we need is 8 a minute. And all I need is an assembly machine. Whoa, okay, let's go over. Let's go over here. And I'll fix this, and then I'll prep for the next bot, and then we'll get that done. So let's take a look at barrels. We do 40 a minute, and we only need 8. So 8 times 8 is 64 here. Is that right? 8? Yeah. So I need 2 of these. And then we do get the excess. So definitely want to, you know, we don't know how much we're going to consume here. Or how much, I don't know how much we're producing in barreling. This one won't work because it's over the amount. So we'll just have 3 running. Notice how the last one doesn't run. So we got all that. And yeah, we got the smoke of success here. So we're running great. Yeah, just one thing, and it wasn't even... I didn't even think... You would think that the barrels are separate, because I'm asking for them, whereas I'm selling them to the market up, you know, up top. I think they need to change that as far as transport wares from space station to factory. If I'm doing that, it shouldn't... I'm taking them. So I'm putting them up into space, and I'm bringing them back down. It's just like the Thermalite, you know, like, I don't know if you could send the Thermalite back up. I don't know, I can't imagine doing that. We're usually asking for it because we need to process it. But the barrels are a little different. I think that we need to be able to send them up and then also take them down. It should deduct from whatever inventory we have, because it's like a surplus, you know. Here's another thing too, the spaceship fuel canister. I'm setting that up, and I can they don't let you make more than one build. So you have to have one pad to handle all your fuel to go up into space. It's crazy. Oh, that's another thing that happened with the Thermalite. Remember that I had a problem with the Thermalite, and I forgot, yeah, I'm making the fuel right there. So I had to spam down a bunch more of the lava processors for the Thermalite sheets. Okay, so I'm going to fix this thing here, and the next time I break back in, we'll work on the next bot, and I think, let's see, let's go to bots, and this one, oh, wait a minute, oh, I did the hydro. Oh yeah, I'm doing them out of order because of the barrel. I wanted to, I was thinking I was going to build all at once, you know, one stop shop build here, but it turns out the ignium fuel rods threw a wrench in that. So I might go back to here, the CPU and the hydraulic piston. So I'm gonna have to do a brand new ignium fuel rod build, which is not a problem, it's just punch it down. This one has the portable light, that's the marine, and then the hydro mining is the drill. So these two I will do last. It's not a big deal, it's just an extra part. So this one is easier. The aquatic hauling bot, it's just rebuild the fuel rod, bring the hydraulic piston down. I have the CPUs already and the chassis. So it's just a matter of building the fuel rod build, because the massive amount of ignium that I would have to pull down here. So if you do the math on this one, it's 80 a minute. Holy cow. So that's 640 ignium just for this one build here per minute. And you take that times 4, 2560. So that's 2 blue belts. I might, you know, now I think about it, let me get back into the screen here. Oops, there we go. Now I think about it, I'm wondering if this could handle 2 blue belts, because right now I got 1 blue belt coming out, but you could look at how this is just cranking out of here. 17,000. These are pretty slow. So, you know, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking that I probably could have belted 2 blue belts out of here. You know, maybe I can, I'm trying to think if I could get this one out of here to split. You know, draw 2 belts out and split this one off. Go that way, because you could do a layer belt. That way I don't have to reproduce this thing. But then again, it's like, well, I don't want it to look like crap. So I think I'll just reproduce these 3 here. Oh man, now I'm thinking about it too. These are low volume. Well, you know what? Because the builds are so big, screw it. We're going to do the same. I'm just going to reproduce this whole thing. It's unfortunate, but once you see things running, it's like, I don't want to rebuild this damn thing. If I had blueprints, it'd be different. Blueprints, copy it, or just, you know, kind of edit it and copy and paste, 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 or whatever. But because we don't have, like, bots, you have to manually do everything, and there's limitations. Screw it. I'm just rebuilding it. I don't care. All right, well, I consider this a success. Look at that. Look at that. And I'll get this barreler in, and we'll have the bots going. So it looks like we can run 2 around, you know, a little bit over 2 every so often here, off of the barrels just coming off of the oleumite. That's pretty crazy. All right, so I'm going to remove this, oops, F, and I'll push it back, and we'll have the hydro farming bot available to sell. Cool. I'll see you in a few seconds for the other one. I do have to check timing on the episode, so it'll hopefully, I'm trying to keep these under an hour, of course. All right, see you in a second. All right, peoples. I saved the worst for last here. Oh my god. Oh, look at that. Woo. Okay, let's do map view. Poof, into existence. Now, yeah. Another bot for the waters. I screwed up on this one here. In the placement. It's not a big deal, but let's try. They're kind of all over the place right now. Like I said, these are really just repetitive grind, you know. So I went with 3 distillation columns here, and then I fixed that one. I took it out. I'm like, yeah, there's no point in sitting there. It's very weird how 3 of these are running in the middle. I don't know what's going on with that. Profits are 33.7 mil right there. And, oh, one thing I haven't been going over is the, let's see here, over this one here. The hydro farming bot. There wasn't many to sell. I think I found 2 planets that were requiring them. Speaking of that, I don't know if I'm going to leave it in the editing or not, but I'll explain it. I was talking about how the market dominance, it's saying, oh yeah, you're dominant here. And it's misleading. It's not, I don't know. Well, what it's doing is it's saying here, market share, that I have 100% in this one. Some of these, I don't have some of the, well, let's go to this one here, for example. This company here, Forge Innovations, has the dominant market. If we go to commerce here, I need to sell the HaRd bot to it. It's kind of weird. Why has it got 92% and I got 7? Just because of that one bot? The HaRd bot? I guess because it's money. Maybe they're making more money, I guess. Yeah, but anyway, point is that this color means that, yeah, there is a dominant. I'm not dominant. And it's the reason I say it's misleading is because you think you're done. But you're not. For example, I have all these here. That means, yeah, I'm like, oh, I sold all the bots is what I'm thinking. No. So there, I'm trying to find a planet here. So this is saying I'm dominant in this sector. And that's because of the market share of the, I guess, of all the planets together. So we go here. I see I'm at 46.9. So I'm higher than the other 2. And then we've got this one. I'm higher. And here, I'm higher. But that doesn't mean that see, I've got a science robot here still yet to craft and send up and set here, send to be sold here. So, yeah, you know, you can go with just market dominance, and that's the goal, is to be dominant, but not really, because we go back here in the finances area here, it's about lifetime earnings, weekly earnings, and market dominance. I don't know how these play out. I'm at 1361. I'm almost getting out of last place. With this one, I might break out. But I don't know. I'm curious to see if market dominance is what brings you up. Because right now, it's market dominance here. You can sort by this stuff here. I think there's a 1 trillion. This is 933 billion here. Thousand. No, that's a million. This is billion, I think. Yeah. I don't know. I'll never see that money. Doesn't matter to me. But anyway, the point is that the competitors here, I'm not sure which one. There's always market dominance here. So I don't know. Market dominance here. See how they're making more money here per week? Oh no, this is more right here. Yeah, right here. So money doesn't seem to make it. I think it's market dominance that pushes you up that ranking. And they have achievements here too. So if you hit escape, they've got these achievements. And I've gotten all those. So now it's the bots here. you know, make 1,000 of all those. Here's the one. Okay, that's hundreds, thousands, millions, billion, I think. I was thinking that was trillion. Because I'm pretty close to it. And then here, Galactic Monopoly have market dominance on 100 planets. So that seems to be the driving force here. Now, some things I've thought about in between the cuts here is I decided to pop out here for these fuel rod casings. Oh, it's casings, yeah. And then over here, the wire coil. I decided to just I split out and went this way with them. So I'm going to use those for the next, well, now 3, but soon 2. And I have a barreling system here. And I probably should have kept with what I was doing down there and just piped it down. But then you need inline pumps, which is not a big deal. You just got to power them up. So these 2 unbarrelers here will suffice for the entire remaining 3 that I have to build, the aquatics. So without further ado, oh, I did get all this going here. So we have all the fuel and everything. It's basically just rinse and repeat. And as as these bots are created, we get experience. There's going to be less requirements for this, but then that means I can expand it. That's the philosophy there, the goal. Okay, so let's bring in, let's see, let's do the splits first here. Here we go. I'm trying to find out where I am here. Oh, and I'm bringing down the CPUs. I think I mentioned that, or I don't know if I did. And then there are what are those things called here? The NaUtIcAL chassis. Yeah. So I want to look at that one here. Oh, we got the pistons. Yeah, the hydraulic pistons, and then the fuel here. So this is the fuel right here, or the ignium. So I'm going to get the ignium down here. Okay, there's the smoke of success, and hopefully this will. Yeah. So yeah, it takes a while to buffer down because of the pure volume of the ignium. Oh, and that. Oh yeah, and then it unloaded. That unloaded pretty quick. Yeah, I think the bigger items, there's like a weight to it, you know. So like the barrels have a heavy weight to it. All right, so there is that. So we have 3 of the 4 items now. This is set up. Notice it's 100 items here. I don't know what we did the hardest one first, I think, the most difficult one. So that's the lowest amount right now. And then all the other bots, the operator bot, the one with the legs and arms, that's 100. So I don't know how these other ones will play out. So we've got a space station to factory, and then we've got the hydraulic piston. Where? Oh, here it is right there. Oh, I don't think I have these set up, so I'll have to do that. 1250 is fine. And yeah, so let's go up to the space station here. Oh man, these are so annoying, man. It gets to a point where you're like, all right, enough. Just automatically pick, like set it up to pick something. Oh yeah, we got the heavy duty. That's rare. Okay, so yeah, I've just been trying to keep up with those. All right, now we have the Galactic Market here, new reoccurring, and I think it's under here. Yeah, hydraulic piston. It is 17 each. Wow, look at all this stuff going right here. So I'm going to do 500 because it's only this one platform here. And yeah, 1,000. I think that's fine. Create reoccurring. So it's going to take 6 minutes to get down to here. And then I'll go through and, figure out where they can be sold at. One thing I notice about this particular one here, because we can only store, there's only 210 in there. I think that's the max. Look at this, it's coming down. 95. Oh, 210. Pick the minimum. Maybe I forgot to set that, 210. So we'll do that. Yeah, it just so happened to store that exact amount. And there is, oh yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool looking. Looks like a dog. And it's green. All right, when this pops in, let's see. Okay, that's all buffering. And then we got the hydraulic stuff. Yeah, it's getting to a point where I almost have everything, you know, being bought by the galactic market up there. Pretty cool. All right, here it is. I had to make an adjustment to this. I had to change it to 1,000. So I had to look at the... Yeah, it's one of those things where it's a... You set something up and then you don't realize, oh, I didn't set it up right. All right, there's the smoke of success. And this bot should pop out first. No! Oh, I forgot to do the bots. No. Let's watch the first one come out. There we go. There it is. I forgot. I always forget these here. I got to get more operator bots from the base there. Let's go up, and usually what happens is it'll pop. Let's see, where is this one going to be here? Oh, it's under here. Look at that. Aquatic. So we already have 3 levels, so we'll get the weight down. That way we can carry more up. I don't know how that factors in, because it's set. It doesn't change anything in the platforms or anything. Maybe it's when it's going from planet to planet. And there it is. It's just a... I guess it's, you know, like a case. And it just floats around and delivers stuff. There you go. So it's a... wait a minute. 210. 210. Oh. Oh, it's 210. So why are these other ones so small? Like, where? Wait a minute. Is that? That's that one. Yeah, 210. I thought it was smaller than that. Thinking of, maybe I'm thinking. Oh, wait a minute. I did. Yeah, the tougher one I did first. You know. So yeah, hydro farming is 210, and then this one is what? 100. Oh, I could do 200 now. Oh, wait a minute. Is that because of the product weight? I wonder. Maybe I have to maybe because I was just thinking, you know, the product weight. So maybe that is what I have to do. I have to cycle back through and make sure that even these are set correctly. So let's do a quick check here. But, well, these are established ones. I've had these for a while, I think, here. So that one is 500, yeah. And I set that intentionally to what it was. And this is 333. See that? Okay, so the weight is definitely changed when you do the research here. Okay, that one I had already in the base. So I think we're fine there. This one too. Yeah, see the screen bot here? This is a new one. I checked the other ones that I've already had. And because I set them up here for the first time. But they were already going. So now I can set this up for... wow, look at this. This is getting chewed up here. Okay, it just arrived. Wow. Oh boy, that kind of worries me. Okay, this one changed to 333, so this is good to know. That when you do the weight research, you gotta really come down here, well, when you start a new game. And you have to readjust these. And they pop pretty quick. So yeah, just hang out and then adjust your stuff, your pads back to more, because yeah, we're 235 now. Cool. This one is now 222. So I think what happens is it saves fuel overall, and that's, you know, a lot of fuel we can save here by doing less trips. Okay, so now yeah, with the operator bot, I should check on that one, because I don't know if I clicked on that thing. I don't think I looked at it. So there we go, a floating platform. I suppose I could put... Well, I do have supports over there going down. I figured, well, yeah, I should put some little supports in, but... Man, I am not... no. I'm not doing a wall. That's a lot of material to be throwing at a project I'll never look at, you know? So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Getting down to the wire here. 2 more to go. And then it's the bot lines. The first one, yeah, like I said, will be the operator bot. This one with the AL on it, it's the assembly line shipping pad. So it has 3 ports. And the lines are slow. It's just that, you know, the production or the efficiency is applied to the parts as they go into the thing to be welded on and created. So the line is a set speed. It has a you could short it, but you're not going to get as much out of it, you know. So if you're going to set up a line, you might as well get the most out of it. The problem is that, like I said, that line only goes at a certain rate. So if you want more as you're increasing your efficiency, you need to add lines so you can get, you know, the most out of what you've built. And that's the trick there. And so I got to figure out how I'm going to feed multiple lines as you go up in efficiency. All right, so yeah, again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.